Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dara. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you already subscribed to my channel, just know that you're an OG. Okay, thank you for supporting me on this journey. So today is whatever that was. Today is story time. Yay! So guys, I'm going to be jumping on the train of story time videos on YouTube, and this is my very first story time. But before we do that, goodie bag! I have a goodie bag here, guys, because I've been filming almost all day, and this is currently, what is the time? This is currently almost 11 p.m. and I'm still filming. So guys, let's quickly unravel it. In my goodie bag I have popcorn, some more popcorn, I have cheese, but oh my god, yeah, before I go into this story, kindly let me know in the comment section if you still eat cheese balls, or if you were a cheese ball freak when you were small. 90 kids should know this. I think cheese ball used to be 10 naira then. This cheese ball, something fuller and richer, because the content now is not as the same. Some cream crackers, and I have this Costa biscuit. This is also an OG, guys. Let me know if you remember Costa biscuit. So guys, today is a story time of when I was in the university. I think I was in 300 level, 200, 300 level thereabouts. This was about 2015-16. That was when this story happened. So this particular lecturer takes about 3 courses. Jesus! Just my own class, so just imagine one lecturer taking 3 courses. When it's not like there are no other lecturers in this world, that's why you will know problematic people anyway. Anyway, I'm just going to tell this story anyhow, guys, but I hopefully that you guys are going to enjoy this video, okay? And also there are other things that were connected or linked to this story, so it's all for your viewing pleasure, so I'm just going to be adding them as I go. So I remembered that December of that particular year in school, we're supposed to have closed and go back home for like the Christmas break. And you know, usually in schools that have sense, at least, let's even leave private schools, let's talk about federal universities that have sense. Once it's about the 20th of December, normally classes and lectures should most times like practically be over. Like that's just common sense. Jesus! People are going very far. Let people go home for Christmas. Let them go to see their families, and those that want to stay in school can also stay. But the most population of the school would prefer to travel. Anyway, so this particular December, I think it was already like the 20th. But as at this time, we're not yet done with lectures, especially this math class. And I remembered that I was actually really tired of being in school at this point. I wanted to go home, but of course, if there's going to be classes, I still have to stay back. And I called my parents then. I remember they told me to stay back so that I wouldn't miss any class or anything like that. I remembered that the reason why a lot of us were staying back in school, those in my class then, was because this man had told us that he could still give us tests.
What kind of human being is this?
Like, guys, tests. So I was staying back because I didn't want to miss this test. The 20th of December came. No tests. I think we had a class then. The 21st of December, nothing happened. 22nd, we're still in school, guys. Everybody knows Christmas is December 25. We're still in school as at the 22nd, all because we didn't want to miss this particular test. By the time it was on the 23rd, I was already tired of waiting, and I'm like, you know what? If you're from like a Christian background like mine, Christmas is usually not just about eating rice and everything.
Are you serious?
I have to go to church for Christmas service, and in fact, sometimes on the 24th, there's always this Christmas Eve or Christmas carol. So I knew that I had to travel on the 23rd or max very early on the 24th, because I actually don't like traveling by road, guys, especially the road from my school back then back to my parents. It wasn't a very nice adventure, so I knew that I had to travel and at least have a day in between to rest before the whole festivities began. So I decided to travel on the 23rd, guys, and I remember that some friends of mine too decided that, you know what, we're just going to travel, enough of this waiting, all because of tests. Okay, that we're going to go for Christmas. I mean, it's Christmas, guys, Christmas. Anyway, I traveled, and some of my friends decided to travel, and then I'd already called my parents. I'm already coming no more since this test has refused to hold. So I remember that I was already almost halfway through my trip back home, and then I got a call from one of my friends, and the person is like, Dara, this man is in class and he's doing tests now. Guys, so in my mind I'm like, wait, I don't understand. So I waited 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and then when he was on the 23rd, I just couldn't take it anymore. Because after all, we're not the only department in school. Hey, I was already thinking, I'm like, which kind of thing is this?
What kind of human being is this?
So the next thing, I just called my mom. Not like there was anything I could do at this point. So I called my mom, and guys, my mom was like, what are you going to do now? What's going to happen? Or are you going to go back?
Are you serious? Wow. Wow. Wow, that's so crazy. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Wow.
I'm like, go back where? I don't understand. Before I get back to school, get back to my hostel, drop my things, and then rush inside school to meet up with the class. The class is just about an hour. The test will be over by then. Like, what's the point? I will now have to come out again and start coming back that same journey, and then I can't even, like, how would I drop in the middle of almost nowhere? And then everything was just spanning in my head, and my mom was just being funny, trust me. And I get that she was really concerned because she doesn't always like me missing tests and things that add to like my continuous assessment. So I told her, Mommy, that's not possible. Me, I've already left. At least I tried, I stayed, and I'm not the only one that has left.
Okay.
There's nothing we can do. When we resume back for the continuation of the semester in January, we're going to find ways to resolve it. So I went home. I enjoyed my life. I ate my chicken. I went out with some of my friends. I enjoyed the life of my head. I chopped the life of my head. So I really had a nice time in December, although sometimes I thought about the test, and naturally demand courses are you have to pay deep attention. If not, if God just help you and you pass with like 40 out of 100 marks, just be thanking your God.
Are you serious? Wow. Wow.
I would think about how I missed this man's test. What is going to happen? Is he going to do it for us? Some of us even kept in contact, and we're like, okay, what are we going to do? Should we go as a group? Because group thing tends to kind of maybe sometimes have power. Also, if there are a lot of people that are in your shoes, it kind of gives you comfort that at least you're not the only one losing mark. Let me know in the comment section if you relate with that thing. Like, if something is happening to you but it actually happened to a few others, you're always like a little bit relieved that whatever consequences comes out of it, you guys are going to be in it together. We are going to share it.
Continue.
The holidays went by, and then on resuming back to school, the plan was to go and meet the man. That's those of us that already traveled. The plan was to go and meet him for him to do the test for us. So we kept going, but the man didn't have our time yet, because you know lecturers sometimes they won't answer. You can't just go and meet them and they will answer you. I think the man was either sometimes not available in his office, or he would ask us to come back at a later date, or there was a time that we went and we're not complete, and he would ask us to all come together. So we kept going back and forth. So I think finally he set a date for a makeup test for us after so much pleas, and that's because I'm sure some of the people in class were part of like his favorites or something. Unfortunately, I wasn't now feeling well. Like, guys, I was so sick. I was very, like, I can't remember when last I was that sick in my life. Like, I was really ill, and I think I was in the hospital for about a couple of days. One of my friends told me, shout out to you, was always like calling and everything. I was not feeling well. Then there's one other friend of mine, okay, but she was a junior colleague, and she was actually the one that was really with me. I was really upset because I missed the test, but there was nothing I could do. And then something else happened around that time. There were like a few other lecturers that set their own like tests. because this man decided to do his own close to Christmas before we traveled, but the others decided to wait until we resumed in January to set their own continuous assessment test. So I happened to miss like a couple of them. And there's this thing in my school, when you're sick and you miss like a major test like that, you're required to like bring a written confirmation of either your admission or your consultation with a professional medical doctor, and not the doctor in the school clinic. Most times it's required that you bring like a state hospital or maybe a very known private or federal hospital. So I think I went to 2 hospitals then actually, because I wasn't getting well in the first one and I was really sick. So we had to like change hospitals and stuff. That time was even, that's another story for another day, guys. But God really brought me through. I can't even, like, that sickness or something else. I can't start to explain the details now, because sometimes when I remember, I'm like, God has been so good to me. So I got that letter from the doctor so that I could do my test. Meanwhile, I was able to do the other tests that I missed. So now, you know, I missed this man's test, the man that decided to do his own before we went off for Christmas. So I think I took the letter to go and meet that man, and then the man said he didn't have time.
What kind of human being is this?
Yet again, he wanted to stress my life out. So he said he didn't have time, so I should see him some other time. So I think that went off about a couple of times, and then there was a particular time when he now came for a lecture in class. And that day after class, I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to follow this man back to his office, so that I can explain well to him and then make him at least see reasons with me as to why I could not make the test, and show him the letter from the doctor, of course. I was always carrying that letter every time. Is this story becoming too long? Okay, let me speed things up. So after class, I remembered that he had this pile of project work. When you're in school, it's not just there's this mini spiral binding we do for assignments or research that is not like your major projects in school. So he had like a pile of it from the senior colleagues in my department. He brought it to our class. So after class, I went to meet him, and then of course I couldn't just delay him and start talking. And it also has to do with some kind of traditional respect or something. He's a Yoruba man, I'm a Yoruba student, and he knows it. So he's always even calling me by my surname, and I cannot just be there and be giving him story of how I missed my test without carrying it. You get? So I helped him carry those things, and then we headed down to his office and we're walking. Guys, I was still trying to even recuperate and get my strength back. Now, the journey from the place where I had my class, because it is not all the time, sometimes you get to have class in some other people's faculty or departments. There are some of their lecture rooms, depending on what the course is and how many students are taking that particular course. So I remember that the trek from the class where we just finished down to his office, also my department there, was a little bit lengthy, and I was carrying those stack of assignments. I should have carried the assignments. I followed the man, and then when we were going, I was explaining to him how I missed the test and why, and how I couldn't make it the second time when we set the test for all of us that missed it, and how I was really sick. And also I have a letter from the doctor asking him to please do a makeup test for me again, or give me an assignment or something like that. At least let me have something to do to make up for the lost mark. So I was explaining to him, and then he was asking me, why don't you have your lecturer's number?
Go and ask your grandfather.
And honestly, to me then, I didn't actually see a reason for me to have my lecturer's number, because we have a class representative, and anything I need, I could always like ask the class representative, or I could always book an appointment to see him in his office if I needed anything. I didn't see a reason why I should have. And before some of you judge me, I remembered that I told my class representative then, class rep, and my friend to Toby, I told her, and she told him again. And I remember that they even told me the man asked me in class, and they told him, I think maybe because he noticed that I was maybe one of the remaining few that couldn't take part in the makeup test that he did for missing December's test. So he noticed I was in class and asked some of my friends and class rep, and they told him I wasn't feeling well, and he said okay. So walking back to the department with those stack of assignments following the man, I was now explaining, and the man was like, so why don't you have your lecturer's number? If you had it, you wouldn't be in this situation. And I'm wondering, okay, even if I had it, I will still be telling you what I'm telling you now. And I was very sick, obviously, crucially sick. I said I was very sick, and it wasn't something I could predict. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be ill. So I explained all of that. Meanwhile, we're still working. He was just nodding, still saying some different things, asking me different questions. So we got back to the department, and then I helped him. Still climbed a flight of staircase to his office, then dropped the stack of assignments. I was now waiting for him to say what he was going to do, at least to help me make up for my test. Was he going to give me another assignment or something like that? And then the man didn't say anything, so I nudged him and I'm like, sir, you're here to tell me what I should do. Should I come back for a makeup test, or would you be giving me an assignment to do to at least get my own mark? Next thing the man will tell me, guys, this is the whole part, this is the whole point of the story. Next thing the man will tell me, do I know the story of the 10 virgins in the Bible?
What?
And I'm like, yes. I was even wondering where this was all going. And then he asked me to tell him. So I went on and recounted the story of the 10 virgins in the Bible, how 5 were foolish, 5 were wise. Next thing you know, this man now told me that, so now that you've recounted it, put yourself in that story. Where do you think you belong? Like I froze for about 2 minutes, and he was looking at me waiting. Oh yeah, answer now. And I already knew what he wanted me to say. Obviously, I was going to say the one I wanted to say, or the one I knew I was anyway, because then that would mean no mark for me. So I shall indulged him and told him, sir, I was part of the foolish one. I told him I'm one of the 5 foolish virgins, and he was like, very good, thank you, now you may leave.
What?
You may leave.
Are you serious? Wow. Wow, wow. Wow, that's so crazy. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Wow.
So now I should go. This man legit told me to go after calling me or making me call myself foolish. I mean, what was the point of this whole following you, carrying assignments, making me recount the whole Bible in the story and calling myself foolish, only for you to tell me that that was all I could go? Guys, this man did not do the test for me.
Jesus!
Are you sure? Yes.
Fast forward to exam, I read so much. I was so sad. I think I almost fell ill again, but my mom was telling me I should not worry. I prayed so hard, and I ended up having a B in that course. I don't know how it happened, but I missed that test, and I'm sure that test was about 10, 15, or maybe even 20 marks out of 100. I was so happy when I got B in that particular course, although I think there was another course of his that I didn't really do well, but this particular one I was just so shocked because I didn't even expect to. Well guys, please let me know, what do you think? Do you think the man was right to have made me go through all that stress of following him and explaining all over, giving him the doctor's letter, which he actually turned back? He read through it and gave me back as though it's not his own business. So guys, what do you think? Do you think he should have acted the way he acted, or do you think I was the one at fault? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this story. Maybe there are lessons too to bring out of it. Let me know, and overall let me know if you enjoyed this story and if you like to hear more kind of stories like this. Trust me, I have plenty in my handbag.
Are you serious?
I'm just keeping them for when people are ready to ask me to bring the story for you guys. So guys, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I was just thinking about it, and I think I was discussing it with Banky of recent, and I just thought, you know what, this would be a good story to share with my YouTube family. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please like this video, please guys, be liking before you even watch. Like I do that, that's the way we do now in YouTube community. We like videos before we watch, because we know that video in the first place is going to be bomb.
Okay.
That's why we're clicking on it. So guys, please like this video, share this video so that people can watch. I don't know if it was all that funny, but I think it's a story that was enjoyable, so let other people come and watch. And if the story ends up getting to the lecturer and if he knows that is the one, top, I did not say anything bad though, I just recounted it as it happened on my own part. Leave me a comment, yeah, just let me know in general you thought of this story, and if you enjoyed it and you like to see more like this. So I really appreciate you for watching this far. If you watch this far, please comment down below, let me know, tell me that I watched till the end, and I'll be sure to reply you. It will be our little secret, okay? And this is how I will continue to tell people to comment or be putting things. Very soon I'll start doing giveaway.
What?
I'll start doing giveaway.
A favor, please. Get out of here.
Giveaway will be in the video, so if you not watch to the end, you will not know. Hey! Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video by the special grace of the Almighty God. Remain blessed and stay safe, and I pray God will continue to protect us and all our loved ones in Jesus' name. Amen. Bye. I'm going to go back now to my popcorn and drink. Bye, guys.